Well, hello there. Hey guys, welcome back to the series. This will probably be the final video of our project, our AM3 project. We did everything we could. Uh, we cleaned, tested, did some major overclocking, but now it's time to say goodbye. But not without answer a question I had since the beginning. Is it still a usable computer in 2026? Your main and maybe only computer? So yeah, I prepared a lot of tests today to see if it can handle everyday usage. Just playing good old computer use, like playing Steam games, browsing the web, watching some videos, doing some work. So let's see how it goes. Let's go. So building the system, we are still using Windows 10, same specs, but just to make sure, and for anyone that haven't watched the other videos, we are running a 4.5 gigahertz overclocked FX 4100 with a gigabyte or 7250 graphics card and 6 gigs of DDR3 RAM thing. So first test will be web browsing. I'm using Brave because it is my main browser. Let's test YouTube. On average, still looking pretty nice, pretty normal. At 1080 still running normal as expected with a graphics card. Let's try some multi-window web browsing. Some light pages like the Art Wiki, some research, random sites, foreshadowing, who knows. So yeah, we running expected, no freezes or anything. I would say for normal web browsing, it still works perfectly. Not surprised at all, but yeah, we did a test it just to make sure everything is working. We didn't have any problems. Next step is to test a LibreOffice for work or work related stuff. It took some time to load, but not anything major, so yeah. For basic document editing and writing is enough, I guess. But yeah, the compatibility is, I would say, 100%. You can use for uni, school, or even home office or anything, if that's your goal. Pretty competent for this kind of work. Now let's try draw a little using Krita. Let me show my incredible art skills for you guys. Using the mouse, not the tablet, so yeah, just to check if we can do anything like web design, art, or even animation too. You can use it for creative works too. Still a pretty competent setup, even for modern software. If we were using in Linux, it might even be better for any artists that follow me. Next step, let's play some games, Steam games. I chose Pixel Gun because it's lightweight and it is mostly what I would expect a person buying this kind of setup would play. With normal settings, didn't change anything. You guys can see that it's working pretty nice with medium graphics. In my defense, I'm using a wireless office mouse and a old keyboard, so that's why I'm so bad. But yeah, it's running fine, no surprises, with a good FPS for this game, of course, and it's still competent for a lightweight or old games game machine. So if you're planning to play this kind of games or even emulation, yeah, pretty decent. I recommend it. Pretty stable, even in this overclock state. Not gonna lie, I expected some bottleneck here because of the processor, but no, it worked just fine. I didn't test in any newer game or anything, but I would expect anything until 2019 or 2020 will work just fine. After that, maybe the processor will have some trouble because of the 4 cores. So that's it, I guess. And for me, it worked just fine for most any usage. So that's it, I guess. In my opinion, a setup like this, even being such a old setup, is still pretty usable. I did basically everything a normal user would do in a system. So I played some light games, did some work-related software, used the web, so I don't see any problems. If you really need to use a system like this, or you have one and you want to build another computer or a backup computer, for me it's pretty normal, especially for a first computer. So if you have this part hanging around there in your house or your garage, or I don't know, and you want to give the first computer for a friend, a cousin, a brother, or any person who might want to gift a computer, that would be interesting. It's still pretty cheap in the market, international and here, the Brazilian market. So with little money, you can build a pretty competent machine that for sure will bring a lot of happiness and a lot of joy for a person, or even for you, for a lot of different projects, ranging around a backup computer, a retro game rig, a server, yeah, because it can still be used as a server, especially because of the 4 RAID ports, SATA ports, media's computer, or I don't know, a stream computer if you do content creation. In my opinion, you can still daily drive a old AM3 Plus setup in 2026. I still recommend it. It was pretty fun, but now it's time to say goodbye and start new projects. So see you guys soon with something pretty nice. Bye.